Yeah, so just out for a nice evening walk here in Buda, which is Budapest. But Buda, that's where I am, for real. And it's a fitting name for the state that I'm in because for some reason, I decided to go straight fucking edge. And what exactly does that mean? Well, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to mean because I think it's a definition that can be defined differently by different people, but essentially it was coined by the vocalist of the punk band Minor Threat in the 1980s, and it was just like a statement about his life of living clean. And I just like the word too, or the term straight edge. It sounds badass, right? And it's funny because I don't know exactly what put me on this. I just decided, just over a week ago, I guess, something. It's better for me not to count the days, but I just was like, I'm not gonna drink. Screw it, I'm not drinking now. And some time ago, I'd given up smoking. I've smoked the occasional cigar, but it's completely different. I didn't pay for them. I have no intention to buy more. Also, just nicotine in general. It's like something that I generally enjoy, but this is like one of the last things that I'm kind of working on cutting out. But everything else, just being more focused on fitness, eating more clean, and also trying to be more mentally pure. Trying to avoid lustful spirals, or even, I think, underlooked vice is anger, because that's also pretty much an addiction for a lot of people. Check out the vines on this building, sick, right? A lot of nice sort of neighborhoods in Buda as well as Pest. Both sides have their charms. But no, it's funny, since I decided to kind of go into this more seriously clean living sort of attitude, it became easy because most of it at first was just I suddenly lost a lot of urge to temptation. Not exactly sure why, but it was literally I don't really feel lustful right now. I don't really feel like I need to drink. I don't feel like I need to do any drugs or anything like this. Why exactly? I don't know. I just found some sort of inner peace, I guess, somehow. I just literally the last week I was just in this sort of state of being at peace, sort of with myself, I guess you could say. And last night I went out to this cool part of the city I like and was chilling, and everybody's drinking normal, I guess. And I was just chilling there, not even tempted. I'm whatever, man. I'm just enjoying the atmosphere, minding my own business. I don't need anything to add to this to enjoy the moment or the evening, whatever. But then it was funny because today I suddenly became more typical straight edge stereotype or caricature. And that's why I really sort of decided to adopt this terminology too, because today I literally woke up and was hell yeah, it's been over a week You know, like no porn, no drinking, no smoking. You know, like barely any social media distraction. And I just suddenly got this like sort of arrogance about me where I was like, hell yeah, like I'm better than everyone right now. I'm disciplined as hell. And that's like a very typical reaction, right? Most of the time when people become sober, they're just like, oh, I'm so much better than you now because I don't drink. Like, shame on you for drinking and all this. But I kind of understand that. And honestly, does it matter? No, not really. If that's what helps you maintain, then I think that's cool. Just gonna jaywalk here. That's what I do. Because I guess some, like, I don't know, people would argue like you're still being an addict, and I kind of agree. Like, the addiction becomes this sort of feeling of superiority of like, oh, I'm sober, I'm dialed in, disciplined, and that makes sense. But if that's like keeping you on the path, it's really not such a bad thing, I think. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit annoying to some other people, but it's also like just a really good excuse for the non-sober people to try to hate on you, because they're just as bad. This is how it goes both ways, right? Like, it's a little bit louder here. But people, when they're drinking, they always like want to pressure you into drinking with them. They're like, oh, you got to drink with me. If you don't drink with me, like something's wrong with you, right? And then it kind of becomes the same if you go too far in the other direction. Like, oh, you're drinking by me? Like, ooh, I'm better than you. No, you're not. Whatever. But if you want to believe that, that's totally cool. Because this was kind of the other thing I was thinking about recently. It's like, if you believe something that's like totally kind of fucked up, probably doesn't really matter. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, right? It's like, if you have really violent tendencies for some reason, but you don't act on them, it's not like you're a bad person. Maybe in some way it's like, yeah, you are a violent person, but if you don't act on them, on the tendencies, I don't really think you're like inherently morally wrong, especially if it's something that you can't necessarily control. And that's where I think lust is a good example too, because it's like something that basically, yeah, I mean, if you're a living, breathing person, there's a good chance that you struggle with it on some level, because it's like, you know, connected to our urge to propagate or to, yeah, continue on the species. I mean, it's like inherently part of our nature. Maybe like learning to control that is what makes you moral. And yeah, it's just an interesting thing to think about, like, because it's also, to me, like, you could be like super racist or something like this, but if you don't treat other people differently and you don't say things or treat people in a way to intentionally harm them, it doesn't really matter what's going on in here at the end of the day. And so, yeah, back to the straight edge thing. It's like, if I want to feel like, oh yeah, I'm more disciplined than everybody right now, I got it, then I'll think that. Who cares? So I'm not going to spout that out. And I think the fact is that I recognize this within myself. Like, that's the point too. It's the fact that I'm like, oh, I know that this is what my attitude is right now. This is what I'm thinking. I'm able to regulate it and have control over my behavior, and it's in that way. It doesn't matter. I can think whatever the hell I want. But now I just told you. So I guess the cat's out of the bag, as they say. But think about it what you want, you know. Point is everybody has beliefs and ideas that probably are like offensive or would irritate people. It really doesn't matter, because it's not necessarily, I think, your thoughts, but your actions that at the end of the day really prove who you are. You really had to do that, huh? Bro. See, look at this guy. Say hi. See, this is the point. If he wanted to bark at me, but he would have just kept his stupid mouth shut, then it wouldn't have mattered. But since he had to bark, you know, irritating.